Today on the Garagefathers, we're going to tell you all about this beautiful 65 Galaxie convertible. No, guys, this is my Galaxie. We need Paul's Galaxie up here. Can somebody please get me Paul's? Never mind, I'll get it myself. There, that's better. Hey, Paul, can you take me for a ride?
Amen.
All right.
Joining us today live on set, a special guest.
You know, I was hooked into cars very early. I think getting the Matchbox collection and playing with cars in my room and going on long road trips with my folks, you know, before seat belts and car seats, and we're on the back rear deck and playing cars. I was enamored with that taillight, and I thought it was pretty special. So when I started looking for my classic, it was who had that taillight, you know, and then like any purchase, you start to become more familiar with vehicles, what kind of options it had in it, those kind of things.
So, Paul, every great car and its owner has an awesome story to tell. And I'd like to hear about yours and your Galaxies.
I alluded earlier that I found a vehicle in East Peoria, Illinois. And the plan was that Kim and I were going to fly back, purchase that vehicle, and drive Route 66 as much as we could. And so the salesman, as I'm talking with him over the phone, he's like, okay, so you're going to drive it? He was telling me that this was not the vehicle that I would want to do that with. You know, after the first, second, third time, then it's like, oh, I get what you're saying. So we ended negotiations on that beautiful turquoise XL. And a couple weeks later, the baby, as we like to call her, the black convertible, came open on eBay. Had several conversations. The guy was up in Colorado Springs. His day gig is he's a paleontologist, and so you know, kind of did my best offer on eBay, and that it actually sold. And he later asked me, how did I know what his reserve was? And I said, I didn't know what your reserve was. That's what I was prepared to, that was the top. So that summer I was teaching summer school, and we had the vehicle delivered. It showed up here in Visalia, rolled off the truck a couple blocks from our house. We went to go get it. My eldest didn't want to ride in the car. Never been in a convertible before, and the fact that it has like all of these land yachts from back in the day, right?
Yeah.
It had a lot of pitch and roll, and their exclamation was that it's going to roll over, it's going to turn over. And it's like, I guarantee it's not going to turn over. It may feel like a boat, but it's not going to turn over.
So guys, Paul and I met, what, 7 or 8 years ago?
Exactly.
When I first moved to town, Paul was one of the first friends that I made here in the Central Valley. And over the years, Paul got this beautiful 65 Galaxie 500 XL convertible, and it's in near perfect condition now. Paul is a great friend, and he's also a Garagefathers client, him and his beautiful Galaxie. And he's a valuable asset to the Garagefathers because Paul also has a very incredible business that is a powerful tool for any collector enthusiast. Do you want to tell them a little bit about your business?
We have Central California Classic Automobile Inspections. And so when I first got the Galaxie in 2014, my insurer at the time asked me to get a professional appraisal of the vehicle. And I found that there was no one. So I decided at that point, this would be a good side gig for me to do besides teaching at the high school.
And guys, Paul is the best at what he does. So what's the best? Do you have social media they can reach out to you, or how do they get a hold of you?
We're on Facebook. So if you look up Classic Automobile Inspections of Central California, we're right there, and that's the best way to get a hold of us. So in October of 2020, we pulled the original and tired 352 FE V8. It was original to the vehicle. We pulled that. We pulled the entire drivetrain, and we went to Timmy McMaster's. So Timmy worked his magic. He's got all the machinery in Hanford, and not only is he a Wyatt Block expert, but he's also really up on what to do with the FE engines. And so he turned our mild-mannered automatic 352 into a high-performance, high-compression 390. And it's entirely a different vehicle now. And so where she was all stock, we undertook several different projects all at the same time. Had the engine redone, we had the transmission rebuilt, we put the Hotchkiss TVS2 system that Jay Leno developed with Hotchkiss on his 7-liter, and we have an entirely different vehicle. It's my first step away from stock. And the nice thing is I have all the original parts, so when I'm done being the third caretaker of this vehicle, somebody else can take it, and if they want to go back to stock, whatever they want to do.
That's so cool that you're the third owner on this thing, Paul. And it's a big add on the value too, you know? And when it was here in the studio earlier, you know, nothing fools the Garagefathers studio lights. And
not at
I
all.
was amazed at how perfectly straight every panel is. Did you have this car repainted, or?
I didn't. I believe the first owner did at some point.
Okay.
The second owner is from Colorado Springs, and he had it for about 8,000 miles, and so far I've put about 10,000 miles on it. This is the original interior. The XL version had the bucket seats,
Right.
upgraded aluminum panels, the console either an automatic or manual. And so all I've had to do the inside is we've replaced the carpet because it was worn, and then we put in new foam in the seats. I'd imagine you're probably going to sit a little higher in this than you do in your Galaxie.
Oh yeah, mine I sit low. I'm a low rider in my Galaxie. my seat springs are sufficiently worn.
There you go.
Let's come around to the back here. We don't have to open the trunk, but it is massive, believe me.
You can fit a family of 5 in there, or both of our families if we're going to the drive-in, if they still had those.
No kidding, no kidding. And the taillights are one of my favorite features on this car. Not only do they somewhat resemble a 6x9 speaker, but it really captures the era. You know, in America, we were kind of transitioning from being fascinated with airplanes and whatnot to being fascinated with jets and rockets, and,
Right.
and the jet age was just starting to set in. And this is like kind of a blend.
One of my earliest memories is walking into my garage as a little kid. My dad had a 65 sedan. And so one of the things I remember very vividly as, gosh, a 4 or 5 year old is these taillights. These are fairly rare, and I knew I wanted 65. I bought into the convertible idea, and Kim and I really enjoyed just putting the top down and going out and taking the family for a ride.
Nice. Speaking of which, man, you want to take me for a ride?
Let's go for a ride, man. You
Okay,
want to
let's go.
drive?
Oh, man, I do, but I don't think I'd ever be able to get back in my Galaxie.
Okay, let's give it a shot.
All right.
Close the hood, will you?
Yeah, I got it. So here we are at Hanford Auto Supply and Machine Shop, home of the world famous Wyatt Block Guy on social media. There he is.
Hey Paul, how's it going?
Great, Jimmy.
How's that Galaxie running?
Running like a dream. Thanks to you. I appreciate it.
I hope it's running like a wet dream.
Just ran like a champ the whole way here.
So,
What's happening?
actually we're closed right now, but since I heard you guys are coming, I unlocked the door.
Yeah.
Getting ready to go to Bonneville.
We appreciate that. Yeah.
No problem. We have it primed up. It shouldn't take much to start this. Little throttle.
Got a great idle too.
There are probably some people out there when they hear that want to know what cam's in it. It's a mystery cam. Economy
Here's the
car.
baby you made.
There you go. 390 cubic inches of pure Ford power. The Kragers and the TA radials really set it off for me, because
They make it, don't they?
being a child of the late 70s and early 80s, I mean, that's...
You know, we brought a little nostalgia into it, as well as putting the Hotchkiss suspension underneath. So she's a little lower. I really like the stance. I like the rake.
Can we hear it run?
Sure.
Little rich there from heat soak. Sounds good. Well, very good.
Cool.
Gentlemen, we have to get ready for Bonneville.
Thanks so much for the tour.
You bet.
Be safe
by
and don't
anytime.
come back without 2 bills for us, man.
You got it.
All right.
All right, guys.
See ya.
Be safe out there.
Hey, a quick sidebar. We wanted to do a shop tour of Wyatt Block Guy's shop for you in this video, but Tim has such an incredible and comprehensive collection that we felt that it warranted its own video. So stay tuned. In the next few weeks, you're going to see a shop tour video of Wyatt Block Guy's shop. So don't miss it. Paul, I got to tell you, and this is no BS, you are sincerely one of our favorite customers here. And I think your Galaxie is probably one of the most beautiful cars, hands down.
Thank you.
That we insure.
Thank you very much.
And on that topic, I think we insured it. What did we put it, like 30,000? Are you comfortable sharing?
Yeah, I think we have it for 35,000.
35,000. Yeah. If I'm remembering, your premium was a little under $300.
A little under $300, yeah. And part of that is not only are we insuring the Galaxie, but we're insuring the 72 F250 that we have. I've been super pleased with the service, obviously the friendship, but most importantly that I trust Garagefathers because you are classic car guys. I had great insurance before. I have better insurance now with you all, so it's been a pleasure.
Well, thank you, Paul. We're proud to be your agent for you and your Galaxie.
Thanks.
And your pickup and everything else. And you know, guys, just so you know, we strive here to meet an expectation from the old days when people expected to have good service for their money. And we do everything we can to provide that. So, Paul, thanks again for coming down and bringing your car.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, too.
Yeah. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks again, Paul. You were a great guest. Your car's beautiful.
Thanks, brother.
Come by next week and let's go to lunch.
It was fun. It was good.
All right, sounds good.
Talk to you later.
See you, Paul.